we move this up? Snap. I'm going to work on getting it sized later, okay? I was trying to, let's see if we can get it up here. Maybe. Yeah, I got to struggle because my favorite stand has broken. So I'm out here in the world struggling in these streets. Okay, I am struggling because my favorite stand broke. But that doesn't matter. Here we are. Okay. Here we are. And yes, baby, I got my edges cooking under here. Okay. Y'all come on in, tap the screen, share the live. Tap the screen, share the live. Oh, oh. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got this graphic that's just it by its own self. Let's see. Hey, McNona. Child, I got to replace this stand. I didn't realize how much I was depending on this particular stand. It's like the perfect size as far as the tabletop on the desktop. And I have my taller one, but I'm not at home and I couldn't get my situation together. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get it together, y'all. Anyway. Yeah, come on in. Give me to my first 10,000 likes and 50 shares. Give me where I need to be. Give me where I need to be. Let's see. Maybe. Good day, healthy Lexi. It is still morning here. Shout out to everybody in the Central Time Zone. Y'all need y'all to tap as fast as y'all can because I gotta pop off right at 12:20 today. Like when I say immediately, I gotta pop off this thing at 12:20. Tap, tap, tap. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we can do a little better. Let's see. I don't know. Ow. Almost hurt my fingernail. I don't know, y'all. I mean, I just made it worse. I think we just got to deal with it on the tabletop for today. Is what we're gonna have to do. Cause that's worse. And then now I can't see my other monitor. I had the best holder for my iPad and it's like a broken half. It was perfect to go on top of the table and it actually could hold the weight of the iPad. So anyway, y'all see this? All of this struggle duggle. all of this is struggling that's happening right now because I am struggling. Okay, yes, live. You see me struggling live and on your camera right now. Live and on the camera. Let's see. And get this over here on y'all's screen. Bam, bam, bam. Y'all tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live because we're going to talk about how to get unshadow banned today and how to basically get more views overnight because a lot of y'all are struggling with that. So I was like, I can help out with that. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Anticar Beauty, and I do not have my stylist with me either. Child, y'all pray for me over here. Okay, tap the screen and share the live. 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 If you guys are just getting here, my name is Ashley Ann, and I help people make money with their social media accounts. I've been in business for going on like 18 years. Add to Cart Beauty, thank you for all of the shares, my love. And I have helped almost 900 people create six-figure incomes and 180, 190, wait, 894 of my clients have hit six figures. Okay, let me get myself together. And then 182 of them have made $1 million in less than a year. And I have 6 right now that earn over $10 million a year. I'm a TEDx speaker. I've been on CNN, Yahoo, Black Enterprise, Essence, Inc., 500, Entrepreneur, all of that good stuff, because I'm really, really good at helping people get to the bag. So I get on here and I teach things that people charge thousands of dollars for. I teach them for the free 99, 100%. So if you are a small business owner, if you're an aspiring content creator, if you have like a side hustle, if you just want to be a person that makes money from your social media, then you are in the right place. And more importantly, I need you to invite other people to the right place, because we got a lot to cover today. We are doing a series right now on basically how to get more followers and how to get more views with your social media pretty much overnight, and I'm not even being dramatic. Also, if you are shadow banned, I'm going to go through what you need to do to get unshadow banned on Instagram and TikTok. And then the last thing I wanted to give you guys is like a re-engagement, like a recovery plan, a 7-day recovery plan. And I've tested this out on 126 of my clients, and it worked for 122 of them. Okay, so that's pretty good results. So I'm going to give you guys a recovery plan so that way you can get back on track. We're going to talk about like how to actually structure your content so that it brings you more followers and it gets you more engagement and more views. And I'm going to go through like some stuff to help you guys get unshadow banned. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So tap the screen and share the live. And while you guys are tapping the screen and sharing the live, if you see that little pop-up down there, if you're interested in working with me, more specifically joining my Monetization Nation, because it's on sale this week. That is a month-to-month membership for small business owners, content creators, and those that aspire to be. That is on sale for only $97 a month. So you can send me a DM and I can get you hooked up with all of the details so that you can get the sales price. And if you want to do like a social media audit or something like that, you can also send a DM and we can get that popping. Greetings. Y'all, we're at 2,300. And if you're not tapping the screen or sharing the live, then you should be dropping a comment. If you're in here and if I've helped you make money, drop the dollar signs, the credit card, emojis, the yen, the dinero, whatever makes you feel good down in your shanana, and let me know what's happening. Okay, let me know what's going on in these streets. You said an audit would be great. Girl, send me a DM. Okay, do y'all see that little pin post where you can send a DM? Sometimes it pops up and they said it takes up like a third of the screen. I think that's when I unpin it and pin it back is when it does that. Okay. Let's see. Next piece of housekeeping too. If you enjoy this type of content, if you enjoy trainings and information like this, then it is very pertinent that you make sure you join my kingdom. It doesn't cost anything to do that. When you check out the info in my bio, you'll see my phone number up there at the top. You're just going to send Ashley in to that number, and bada boom, bada bang, just like that. You'll be able to get text alerts whenever I'm going live and when I'm teaching. Yes, Add to Cart Beauty, come through. Yeah, we get money over here. And last thing last, before we get into it, y'all hurry up and get us there. I gotta leave at 12:20. Mama has a doctor's appointment, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm coming back on or not today. I may not. It depends on what happens when we get over here. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. So and we got a lot to get through. So if we get to 10,000 taps and we get the comments circulating, literally I can get started in the next 5 minutes. And over here on the tube, okay, thank you. I need my thumbs up, like my stream. It says pin. I did pin it. Y'all says I can't pin it because it's already pinned. That's what it's telling me to do. I wonder is it read my pin? Do y'all see the notice where y'all can DM me? Because it's like pin it, but I'm like, it's already pinned. Do y'all see it? I'm gonna unpin it and then I'm gonna repin it. I'm gonna unpin it, then I'm gonna repin it, unpin it, repin it, unpin it, repin it. That's what we're gonna get done. Hey, issues. Add to cart. Thank you for my heart, me. I do too. Thank you so much for that. If you can hear me, give me the one in the chat. If you can hear me. Oh wait, now it's talking about why is it holding my messages? No, it's not there. Oh, it's not there now because I just unpinned it. I'm gonna repin it and see if it shows back up. Okay, I just repinned it. But if y'all can hear me, give me the okay. Y'all got the number one? Good. I need everybody tapping that screen because it's free. Also, I need everybody that's in here to share with at least one or two of your biz besties. And if you're not tapping the screen or sharing, well, then that means that you need to be working the comments. Okay, that's how that works. Um, that's how that works. Also, I need to know who I'm talking to today. If you are in here and you've been shadow banned before, or you feel like your content is currently shadow banned, give me the number 3. Because if there's not that many people in here that have been shadow banned, we don't even have to cover that or talk about that today. Okay. Now, if you're in here and your content is just getting like low views, you haven't been shadow banned, but you're getting low views, you're struggling like being able to attract your followers, then y'all give me the number 4. Okay, we got a good amount of people saying that they've been shadow banned. Okay, we'll cover it because I've been shadow banned before too, and I was able to get out of it. And everybody's like, "How? How did you get out of it?" Right? People get there and they're like, "Oh my God, I can never get out." It's like a perpetual cycle. So we're gonna make sure that everybody can get out of there. Okay. Thank you for everybody for the 4s. Okay. So hey, it's your first time. Well, welcome, Brittany. I hope it's not your last time. Oh, side note, those are my 3 rules. I know you like 3 rules. Let me tell you the 3 rules. Rule number 1, if it's your first time, don't let it be your last time. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you're watching me at. Rule number 2, if I say something and you don't know what it means, you don't have to pretend like you know everything here. No one's going to make fun of you. You absolutely, positively, 100% should be asking questions. If I'm saying something and you're like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what that means, no one's going to make fun of you. This is the reason I do these trainings, okay? And rule number 3, hey Vic, if you know somebody that needs this information, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell a pimp, tell a player, tell a heifer, tell her hustler, tell somebody on your upline, tell somebody on your downline, tell somebody on your team, tell somebody with a dream. Long story long, tell somebody about your girl. Okay. And the ultimate rule, I'm not charging you guys money to give you these trainings. So the least you can do is pay me by tapping the screen, giving me comments, and sharing the live with people that are in business or they're content creators or they aspire to be one of the above. That's how we do over here. That's what happens, honey. Y'all, and I don't know if y'all know this or not. Some people don't know this, but we can see when y'all are tapping the screen. We actually can like pull up, and the mods can pull up, and we can see who's actually tapping the screen in here. So don't be in here like coming to get all the free information, coming to get all the gems and all the games, so you can get out here and make money, and you're not tapping the screen. Especially if you think you're gonna pop up in the box for Q&A. when we get to a stopping point today, and you think I'm gonna answer your question and you didn't even tap the screen or share the live, I absolutely will not answer your question. Will I do Q&A at the end? Yeah, we'll get to a stopping point and we'll definitely try and do some Q&A. Okay. Yes, tapping the screen does. It pushes us out to the FYP. So that's why your favorite content creators, we're always saying tap the screen and comment. The comments also push us out to the FYP, and all those things are free. Now, of course, if you want to send me a gift, you can do that too. Especially like the little, I think I got like a little kissy heart pen, or if you want to send a little 1 point popular gifts, those are appreciated as well. But everybody can comment, everybody can tap the screen. Okay, y'all did a good job. We got to 10,000. Let's go. Everybody say, hey, God, hey, because that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality. And I need everybody else to get me ready, 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 ready. Okay. And in case you guys who want to know why I'm qualified to talk about this, because I've helped 894 people hit six figures. I've helped over 13,000 people and companies monetize their accounts. Because I have a ginormous amount of clients who were struggling with their views and growing on social, and now they're not. Okay, they have 10,000, 100,000. Some of them have 5, 6 million followers. Okay, that's why you should be listening to me. When it comes to monetizing social media, I am the GOAT. All right, and I love helping small business owners and entrepreneurs. All right, y'all, it's so funny. Like my head looks so unbalanced because my headband. I got my edges strapped on, child. I got long hair. Y'all see my edges are over down here. Not my edges. These are like my little sideburns. And sometimes I try to slick them down in front of my ears. I don't mind the little piece that pops off, that pops out, but I'll be trying to get the other part slick. So I have to put on 2 of these. I can only leave it on for so long, though. It gives me a headache. Anyway, let's first talk about content structure. So, was it yesterday? Was it? No, it wasn't yesterday. I didn't get on Monday. Monday I popped on and we started part 1. Do y'all remember the 3 phases of social media conversion? Attention, interest, action. Attention, interest, action. Attention, interest, action. So we went through all of the things that get you attention. So now we're to phase 2, which would be the interest. And so it's once you get somebody's attention, well, now we got to get them interested enough to where they will follow, to where they will watch, and eventually move over to taking action, which would be a conversion. So we're going to start off today by talking about the structure. And I know y'all are like, well, what does the structure have to do with being shadow banned or with your low content views and reach? It has everything to do with your low views and content reach. Okay. So we're going to start with the structure first. And once you can get in, y'all, the structure is the same for a short video or a long video. You're just extending, right? You just expand things or you decrease it. That's it. Okay. So first thing first, you want to start off with your hook, right? We talked about hooks in phase 1 yesterday. So that's what's going to get people's attention right within that first 1.5 to 2.5 seconds. And then from there, people decide on if they're interested, right? So your hook, I wanted to give you guys 3 like basic formats for your hooks just to make it easy. Now there's tons of different hooks. I have a whole, book, a whole training called Hook Mastery, and it gives you like over 500 hooks in different categories and stuff like that. But just to get you guys going, like you can try this today when you post your next piece of content. All right. You want to start off with a bold statement, curiosity, or you can do like a stop the scroll type visual. So a bold statement may be something like I may say, this is how I got 40,000 views overnight. A bold statement, I may say, this is how I lost 15 pounds in 10 days. Okay. A bold statement also doesn't have to be like around success. A bold statement could be something like, stop begging for engagement, do this instead. Okay. So basically you're letting people know like that you're promising them something. They're going to get some type of information if they lock in, if they watch. Okay. So, and we're not trying to talk to everybody. We're not trying to generalize. Our goal is literally just to focus in on like the idea like customer, client, or audience member. So the more specific you can get for those groups of people, the better you're going to get. Okay. A lot of times y'all are out here trying to generalize and like, oh, I'm going to do well if I hit everybody. No, you're not. You're going to flop. Okay. Now, curiosity is literally tapping into people's nosiness. And there's quite a few people on the planet Earth that are nosy rosies. Okay. We're gonna keep it a buck. There's a lot of y'all, baby. Y'all are big nosy out here in these streets, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if we started off like it's like you're telling people you're doing something and you want them to want to know what the next part is. So I may say I posted every day for 30 days and only got 10 new followers. And then I changed one thing and got over 1,000 followers in 2 days. Right. So you want to know like what the one thing is, right? I may say I ate bananas every day for 6 months. You'll never believe what happened. I tried the viral watermelon detox. Let's talk about my results. Okay. So curiosity is literally just like there are people on the planet Earth that are nosy. They want to know what the outcome is going to be. And so we're just going to set up to say this is the beginning and this is what's going to be in the end. Okay. Now, the third easy one is a visual. Visuals are very important, especially for you guys that do like faceless content and voiceless content. So there's a thing that's called banner blindness. Banner blindness is very real. They've done extensive studies about this in marketing. And it's basically where you're just scrolling so often you don't notice what you're actually scrolling past. Okay. Kind of like when people drive for a long time and they're driving, but they're like not paying attention to the road or not paying attention to their surroundings, especially if it's a route that they're familiar with. Okay. Same thing on social media. So one of the easiest ways to like break up banner blindness is by choosing unusual colors that people aren't used to seeing. So if everything is always like cream or nude or blush or something, you may be able to stop the banner blindness by having like an apple green, a bright orange, a very, very vibrant like environment, background, beautiful garden, flowers, beach, things like that. That would stop the banner blindness. Hold on, y'all. Where's my plug? Here we go. I know y'all heard that. My laptop is trying to shut down. Uh-oh. Oop, there we go. Right, that's going to stop the banner blindness. Also, hey, Marianne, when people start and they like adjusting their screen or moving something when they first start talking, believe it or not, because it makes your brain focus to see what's going on, that's a good way to get people to stop. Honestly, things that are really cute or really, really beautiful. So this is why I like little cute babies or puppies, people that have like pet content with like cute little chicks and stuff like that. This is part of the reason it gets millions of views, right? And that's very right. And when you're scrolling through the algorithm, that's not typically something that you see. So you also can start with a visual hook. Like if you came in and let's say instead of this was my phone, this was a candle, and you came in and I was lighting a candle while I was talking to you guys, and I'm fidgeting around, I'm moving stuff, I'm like chopping up food, and I'm talking to you about whatever, I'm doing my makeup, and I'm giving you business tips and all of that, because I'm engaging multiple senses, which are auditory, also your brain, which you're thinking about what I'm seeing, and then visually, think about what you're hearing, and then visually you computing what you're seeing. Things like that also will help you retain your audience. And this is very important because you don't have to have the most dynamic personality. Some of y'all are like, oh, I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not energetic enough, or I don't have a bold enough personality to do well on social media. Absolutely not. Like there are people, y'all, they are as entertaining as dry toast. Okay. They're not doing anything more than what you're doing in your regular day, but they understand how to engage right with the camera. So like they know how to use multiple angles. They know how to zoom in and zoom out. They know how to fidget with stuff, right? While they're talking to you about giving this particular piece of content. They're doing all of that, and it's making you as a person, just human nature, you're locking in. Okay. So literally you can use colors, you can use imagery, you can use actual, like motion, or you can do multiple things at one time. And that's going to help you get more views and get people to stay more engaged. Okay. So if you're coupling this with you're coupling this with the particular content, you're going to be good. The next part is the actual structure of how we're laying things out. Okay. So if you're selling things, you're actually going to start with the problem. If you're trying to get more views and engagement, you're going to start with the problem. Right now, if you're just giving like your thoughts or think pieces, opinions, stuff like that, you just get to turn on the camera and yap. But like if you're actually like, I'm trying to build a community, I'm trying to get brand deals, I'm trying to sell my products, I'm trying to get more people into my store, I want people to get my courses, I'm in the affiliate program for TikTok shop, and I want to get my GMV up. You're selling stuff. This is the structure you're going to follow. You're going to start with the problem. It's the why. Okay, we're starting with the problem. So if I'm doing like a short video, and I may set up, so I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it today just so you can see. So I may start off something, and I may start off and say, I posted every day for 30 days and did not gain one follower. Then I fixed this one thing, and I started getting thousands of followers every single week. And I'm going to share it with you so you know what to do next as well. Your content is getting ignored because, you see that? If you are a person and you want your content to get more reach, you're going to pay attention to me. And I just gave you my problem, why your content is getting ignored. So now you know that I'm going to talk to you about why the content is getting ignored and the one thing that you need to fix. Does that make sense? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Your structure is very, very important if we're trying to get from catching someone's attention to getting them interested enough to stay, watch, and participate with us, whether it's like joining our list, buying a product, clicking a link, or anything like that. But does that make sense? And so I know this is like counterintuitive, but you have to be very intentional if you're actually trying to legitimately monetize social media, right? And we want to monetize it in multiple ways. We want to get paid from the creator fund. We want to get gifts. We want to have people purchasing our stuff. We want to get brand deals and do a little bit of affiliate marketing. I do all of it. I do. It's not by accident that I'm making millions of dollars a year through my social media. I'm doing all of it. But when I'm like in a campaign, or if I know for a fact, I'm like, oh, I need to get my views up, I need to get my reach up. Yes, I'm going to put some thought into the content. Okay. So after your hook, we're going in with the problem. And y'all could be anything. Like I could never get my nail polish smooth. I can never get my press-ons to stay on for longer than 3 days. Okay. I can never get my 4C edges to stay in place. Okay. It doesn't matter. We're going in with some type of problem. Okay. The why, the problem. That's what you're starting with. Don't start with, oh my God, you guys, you all should go and buy this phone case because it's amazing. People going to swap. They're going to keep on scrolling. Okay. Next thing is we're going to the solution, right? So I already teased the solution. So I'm like, I changed this one thing and now I get thousands of real followers every single week and thousands of views every time I post. So now I'm going to drop the solution. Here's my 7-step framework so how to get people's attention, get them interested, and get a sale for anyone in any industry on social media. So now I'm introducing the solution. Okay. So this is how you introduce it. Well, so I started using this. I started doing that. Y'all picking up what I'm putting out? And even if you're not selling something, like you're selling yourself, you're selling an idea, you're selling a thought, you're selling a concept, this still works. Okay. So now we're going to go through whatever the framework is, whatever the solution is. Hey, if y'all are just getting in here, please make sure that you tap the screen and share this with one of your biz besties. My name is Ashley Ann. I'm a public speaker. I'm an award-winning luxury event designer, but for most people, they care the fact that I am a social media strategist. And I've helped almost 900 people hit six figures, and 182 of my clients have made $1 million in under a year. And we use our social media to promote products, services, ourselves, get brand deals, and make money. Okay, money, and we all need some extra money, especially with inflation as high as it is out here. So if you're into this type of stuff, please make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Don't be afraid to drop a couple of comments. OMG, I love your earrings. Thank you so much for all of those shares. Thank you, baby doll. I appreciate that. Hey, Continental, what's going on? Thank you for my hearts, my love. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for everybody that's tapping the screen. And if you're not tapping the screen or sharing the live, the least you can do is drop a comment. Blink, 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 okay? Now, when we get to like whatever the solution is, what I like to do is provide proof. You're going to do this simultaneously. I know you like, girl, this is a lot going on. It is a lot going on, but don't you want a lot going on in your bank account? Don't you want a lot going on with your follower account? Don't you want a lot going on with your views? Okay. So the beautiful thing about social media is it's really easy to provide proof. I normally like to either do a video. So like if I'm talking about, for this example, my views, I'm going to go to my page, and I'm just going to screen record me going through my post, and you can see 30,000 views, 200,000 views, 6,000 views, 3,000 views, 10,000 views, right? I may go into my analytics and show that my views have increased by 87% or something like that with a screenshot in the back. It's not hard to provide proof. Okay, it ain't hard to provide proof. So you can use screenshots, you can do screen recordings, you can borrow from other people's power. You can go and get other examples that are online that people in your community are going to know and going to resonate with. So if I'm going through, here's my 7-step framework, and then on the screen you see me flashing, okay, like my results, or I shrink myself down and you see the green screen playing behind me while I'm giving the framework, I'm doing two things at once. One, right? I'm keeping you captivated and engaged. You're listening to what I'm saying, but you're also paying attention to what's happening visually on the screen. Does that make sense? So even if I was talking about, how to make your foundation look like skin, and if you're in here and you like the way my foundation looks, and I'm giving you the tips, and I'm like, see, I get so many compliments every time I go out. If you like my foundation, that's the proof. Okay. So when we're providing proof, it doesn't have to be challenging. It doesn't have to be like life-changing. It's just kind of stacking things on top of one another so that people are using or engaging multiple senses at one time. Does that make sense? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So it's not good enough for you to just talk about how, like, it's not good enough for me to talk about how I have so many clients that I've helped hit $1 million. Hold on, y'all. Let's pretend like I'm doing a post. Hold on. I'm finna get one of my clients' receipts, and I'm gonna pin it to the screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay, boom. This is one of my clients. His name is Tay Sweat. As you can see, y'all can go look up Tay on Instagram. You can go look him up on YouTube. Hold on, let me change over here so we're the same. And I'm gonna give y'all an example. I'm gonna do a little statement with my receipt up here. Okay, maybe I'm not over here on the tube because I thought I had one loaded over here and I don't. Okay, so y'all just pretend over there. But over here on TikTok, everybody can see. So this is actually a real client. You can Google Tay, you can go to Instagram, you can look him up. He's a real person. You can DM him and say, did you work with Ashley Ann? And he's going to say, yes, I worked with Ashley Ann and I love her damn real bad. She's one of my favorite people on the planet Earth. Okay. So let's pretend that I'm making like a piece of content for TikTok right now. Okay. So this is my proof. So if I start off and I say, I post it every day, and I'm not, pretend this isn't here yet. We're gonna pop. You're gonna pretend it's gonna pop. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up. Okay, I'm gonna point up when it's supposed to pop up on the screen. I post it every day for 30 days consistently. I did not get any new followers and my views were in the toilet. But then I changed this one thing. I started growing by hundreds of real followers every day. And I started making thousands of dollars every month with my social media accounts. This one simple thing, this one piece of strategy changed everything for me. And not only has it worked for me, it's also worked for my clients. And now I'm going to start flashing my different clients' receipts and how much money they're making. I'm not going to say, oh, I helped Tay Sweat make $3,814 in a year. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So I'm able to show you proof, right, to why I'm going through the framework. Okay. So the first thing, this one thing that changed is using a social media framework in order to attract the right clients and the right people to me. I realized it didn't matter if I was getting hundreds of thousands of views, if it was views from people that didn't care about my offer, my product, or my services. So instead, y'all picking up what I'm putting down? That's how that works. Or you can do a green screen behind you, or like I said, if you're the actual testimonial, then you show your outfit, show your makeup, show your eyebrows, whatever's going on. Does that make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, let me know in the chat. Okay, say yes, girl, yes. Okay, say yes, girl, yes. I'm a little bit all over the place today, y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do in my life with my broken stand. I do know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get a new stand. Okay. Now, while you have your proof, okay, that is happening out here in these streets, you also, right, you've made your statement, you're going through, your 3 steps, your 1 tip, your framework, whatever it is that you're giving to people, that's already happening. Now you want to have people take an action. Okay. We got to be bossy out here in these social media streets. You literally always need people to take action. When I say always, always, always. Okay. You don't leave it up to someone's interpretation or think like, oh, they're going to know that they should DM me. No, I have to tell y'all, if you're enjoying this content, if you like the information that I'm giving to you, if this is helping you out today, then, send me a DM. You don't even have to leave the live stream. You can tap the little pin, comment, and you can shoot me a DM, and we can talk about how we can work together to build up your brand or build your business or build your followers, right? So you always want to tell people, listen to the latest episode, share this with a friend, tag someone who would like to wear this. You literally always need a call to action. And a lot of small business owners and a lot of content creators make the mistake of thinking that people are just automatically going to know to follow you, or automatically know to leave a comment, or automatically know to share. Okay. So whatever you want people to do, and in our case, we're making money. So we probably want people to DM us or drop a keyword or maybe, purchase something right now. Once you have done your hook, you've gone through the problem, you've given a solution or takeaways. Okay, you provided some type of proof, you've given a call to action. Now you can start thinking about, like, once you have this content formatted, now we can think about, well, what can I do to kind of create another piece of engagement sensory for the audience, right? So maybe this may be you changing your angles. Maybe this may be you improving the lighting. A lot of y'all's content is falling flat is because the algorithm just doesn't like your lighting. And I'm being straight up. All this engage from the bottom up stuff, that's a load of crock. But literally, if you film a video and you're like, it looks a little dim, it looks a little dark, the lighting isn't quite good. And I'm not talking about like nice, dramatic, moody, lighting. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like poor lighting. Like right now, if I was like at home, I would have my larger studio light, and I normally have a backlight behind me, right? But if I'm like the content I'm recording today, oh, you better believe your girl got I got all my little pad lights with me. So when I'm, at the medical center, when I'm outside, I can get the content I need to get, and it's going to look the way it needs to look. But let's say you don't have any lights and stuff yet. Well, there's this app that's called InShot. I love InShot. I've been using InShot for years. Okay. So what you can do is they have all these different filters. I think the pro account is like $9 a year. Y'all just pay it. It's worth it. But they have HEG, they have these settings, and inside of the pro settings, you literally can put a filter on, like cinematic. I'm sorry, the cinematic setting, and you can put the filter on, and it will automatically lighten up your video. Now it's not gonna like smooth skin or fix angles or anything like that, but it literally will lighten up the whole video or the whole post. InShot, INSHOT, and they're not paying me. That's how you know I really use it. Okay, it's look, it's on my phone. Let me show y'all. I use it all. When I say I use it all the time, I use it all the time. Okay, is that's what it looks like. The logo, boom, right there. It's called InShot. Okay, but that's something, a really easy thing that you guys can do to get more views, and the algorithm will push you out further. Is literally be conscious of your lighting in the video. That's like a really big deal to them. Okay, the next, your angles. So sometimes if you're recording and how we've been straight on like this, well, now I may like move my camera to the side or maybe move it cat a corner. Let's say you're doing something like pouring a cup of coffee. Well, you can make pouring that cup of coffee very interesting by shooting the cup from a down angle, a up angle, a cat a corner, a overhead, a far shot whenever you're stirring it up, right, a close up. And all you're doing is pouring a cup of coffee. That's it, right? Because some of y'all are like, oh, why? They just poured coffee. They just scrambled eggs. They were just walking to the car. What was so amazing about that? A lot of times they were able, hey, Dr. Derica, what's going on, girl? Hey, talking to you. Thank you for the gifts, Dr. Derica. A lot of times people are able, y'all, seriously, to get a large amount of reach. If you're pouring a cup of coffee and then you're doing a voiceover on top of it, boom, you got a winning situation. Why? Because millions of people drink coffee every day. So that's a common experience, right? Then you're helping them with your content because you've gone through problem, solution, proof, and action while you're pouring this cup of coffee to give them some advice. So now you're out here on a win-win. And on top of that, you don't even have to show your face. How about that? If that's something that you wanted to do, like this is a very real thing. So you just got to take a little time to stop and think. Okay. Also, I want to go, y'all. I want to give y'all like a recovery plan. So like if you're shadow banned or if you're getting low views, how you can recover. But I'm looking at the clock. What do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to do Q&A or do you want the recovery plan? Because I don't have time to do both. Which one do y'all want? And if this is helping y'all, if y'all are enjoying this content, please make sure you send me a DM. Okay, you can sign up. You can sign up for my membership, and we can keep working together to build your business. Okay, I see most people asking about the recovery plan. Most people saying they want the recovery plan. So the recovery plan is what it is, okay? So first of all, some basic things you guys can do to increase your reach, or if you've been shadow banned, to reignite your reach, okay? One, take a 2 to 3 day break. Nobody tells y'all this, but it works. It kind of lets the algorithm cool you off because sometimes your account isn't shadow banned, but the content that you're posting or the framework that you're posting the content in is like triggering the algorithm. And if you take a 2 or 3 day break, it's going to give you better results. Okay. The second thing, you need to switch your hashtags. A lot of y'all keep using the same hashtags over and over and over again. That is not the move to make. Listen to your big cousin Ashley Ann. At the top of every week, you need to do some hashtag research. You want to find 10 large hashtags. Large hashtags meaning they've been used like over 50 million times. Okay. You want to find your mid-range hashtags. These are hashtags that are in between like the 10 million and the 49.99 million. And then your smaller hashtags, they normally are being used like at least 50,000 times, up to like 3 to 5 million or something like that. You're going to do 10, 10, 10 from every category. And then you're going to create a hashtag mix. So now you have this particular mix of hashtags that you're able to use per post. So you like what shout out to everybody who uses a Samsung. Okay, so we have a little notepad in here and it's very quick access. So I'm going to put my 3 hashtag combinations in there for the week. So I'm going to have like 2 large, 2 mid, 2 small. Or maybe I'll do 3 large, 3 mid, 3 small. and 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna pop all of those there. And so now whenever I'm doing my niche specific content, because y'all know I've told you there's a mix of 4 types of content you're supposed to be doing every day, right? You have to do your awareness, you have to do your value, you have to do your niche specific, and then you have to do your like your relatable. Okay, hey Brenna, you gotta do all 4. Okay, every day, especially if you're trying to get your weight up. Okay, so you're going to have your hashtags already saved for your niche and your value based content, and you're going to interchange them throughout the week, so you're not going to have to worry about getting shadow banned, and you're not going to have to take 20 or 30 minutes every day trying to figure out your hashtags. Also, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually Google the list of hashtags that are banned on the gram. Thank you, Elusive Studios. Thank you. You can come up with a list. You can also Google the hashtags that are banned on the gram or on TikTok. You sure can. So if it's being overly saturated and you're like, oh my God, like go look and see. Some of y'all, and I see this all the time, like when clients hit me up for a one-to-one and I go through and do a social media audit and I'm looking at their description, I'm looking at their posts, I'm looking at the content, I'm looking at the hashtags, I'm looking at like their conversion strategy and stuff like that. A lot of times people are using hashtags that are banned, or you just keep using the same hashtags over and over and over and over again, and the algorithm does not like this. Okay, now next, you want to start posting stories. So after you take your 2 to 3 day break, do not start posting on your FYP. Instead, go straight to the stories. I know you're like, what? Go straight to the stories. Your stories are designed to engage and reach people that already follow you. Okay. And so if we can get some good responses, we can get some good feedback, we can get people to like use the polls or talk to us or give like little emoji reactions inside of the stories, it's going to help you before you post. So yes, you're going to take your 2 to 3 day break, and then your day one post, you're going to the stories first instead of to your timeline. And you're going to use the polls or use the questions, use the emoji slide, whatever. You're going to put up 3 to 5 stories that day, and you need to get on that app 3 different times. So morning, afternoon, evening, and you need to work the comments. Okay. Next, you want to change your posting times. A lot of y'all are very robotic, or some of y'all, you go like in TikTok Studio, you can schedule your content. In Facebook, you can schedule your content. In Instagram, you can schedule your content. In YouTube, you can schedule your content. The problem is y'all are scheduling your content for the same time every day. That typically doesn't line up with most human behavior. Like there aren't a lot of humans that are going to get up and they're going to post exactly at 8:15 a.m. every single day. Okay, so if you're scheduling your content, or if you post kind of like around the same time, let's switch it up. That's one of the fastest ways for me to get out. Like if my content is not getting reach, and let's say I normally would post like in between 7 and 8 a.m., I may do a post at 10 a.m. and all of a sudden the reach goes off. Okay, so literally when you're scheduling, try to schedule, like different times. Don't do 7:15 every day, maybe 6:45 one day, 7:30 another, 8:15 the next day, then maybe back to 7 a.m. the fourth day. Okay. So we're going to change the actual times that we're putting up content. Okay. Also, before you post, whatever type of content you're posting, you need to go and engage with that community for at least 15 minutes before you post. So if I'm going to post up a cooking video, I'm going to go engage with the cooking content and the baking community that's over there, right? I'm going to be in the comments. I'm going to be liking stuff. I'm in it. I'm in it. Okay. And then I'm going to put up my post so that the algorithm sends my content to people that are a part of that community, right? Next thing that you can do is you're going to tie into trends. So your second day is going to be a carousel post, or you're going to do a static post. Okay. So, and you're going to value bomb with this post. So you are, let's say when you put up this carousel post, it's going to be 3 to 5 slides, and you're going to start off, you're going to say 3 things I did to increase my views overnight. That's going to be my title. My second post, I'm going to be like, I'm gonna write like, hey, I was struggling with my views. I had gotten shadow banned. I was really starting to feel discouraged. It seemed like nothing I was doing was working. And then I tried these three things, and all of a sudden, my views started going up. Number one, I did. I stopped posting for 2 to 3 days. Number two, when I got back on the app, I posted in my stories first instead of on my timeline. Number three, I put up a carousel post with 3 to 5, really 3 to 5 slides with super valuable, detailed information to my specific audience. Number four, I changed up my hashtags. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So literally, okay, literally I am I am giving like high value, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in, doesn't matter your community. You can find a way to offer value. Even if you make people laugh, you're a comedian, well, you can post funny carousels. Okay, so anyway, we're going to get our carousels up. Then we want to make sure that we are looking at those comments and we're trying to respond to those comments at least within the hour. That's super important, especially when you're trying to get your engagement back up. You want to make sure that you're doing a good job with responding to comments within that first hour. And then normally I'll come back in the evening and I go through comments and I try and respond as well. Okay. The third day, you're going to do a duet or stitch from the comments that you got. Okay. So literally, if someone's asking questions or they have, an opinion or commentary or something, and it gives you another opportunity to give more information, give feedback, or engage with your audience, you're going to do a duet or stitch that's going to help push your content, and it's going to show that you're being active inside of the community. Okay. Next, you're gonna go live. A lot of y'all don't like to go live, but going live, baby, when I say it will push your content so fast and so far and get you back into people's algorithms that you have fallen out of, it is unreal. Okay. So you guys are going to go live. All right. So the third day, right, you're going to do the duet or the stitch and you're going to go live. Day number 4, you're going to do a trend. I don't care if it's a trending sound. I don't care if it's like a trending topic that people were talking about. If you can make it relate to your company, relate to your community, relate to your business, relate to your offer, you're going to be in the trend. Sounds are really, really easy because, you can lip sync or mouth the sound, and then you can use text on the screen to show like different vantage points, right? So like you can have, like I can have myself in this blue shirt and then I could put on like a purple shirt and be the second point of view or the second person. Or I could be in here with the bun and then hair down in the other, and I'm mouthing the trending sound, but the words on the screen say something different. So trends are really, really easy. And if you don't want to put yourself in the camera again, right, you can use images to pop into the trend. All right. And you want to make sure every single time you're posting, you're engaging before, you're engaging after. Okay. Day 5 is what we do. It's called a community check-in post. A community check-in post is literally, you may say something, you're calling out like a specific group of people in your community. So you may say, something like, I'm just checking in on everybody that works a 9 to 5 and they're trying to build up their social media accounts. I'm just checking in on everybody that blasts trap music every day on their way to the corporate office. I'm just checking in on all the moms that had to get the kids ready today, make it to school on time, and then turn around and get herself ready and make it into the office on time. I'm just checking in with all of the people that are gonna be the first people in their families to make $1 million. I'm just checking in. Okay, it doesn't matter. You check in with whoever you want to. Okay, I'm just checking in on all the people that love vanilla lattes and drink coffee. It doesn't matter, y'all. It doesn't matter. But we're gonna do a check in. It does matter. You want it to be related to your community and to your content. But I'm just saying, like, you can do anything. Okay. You can do anything. You can say anything. Day 6, you're going to do a hot topic or a think piece. If you don't want to do the hot topic or the think piece, then you need to do yourself as a testimonial, aka your results, your back office, how you won, where you were before compared to where you are now. Okay, that's gonna be day 6, and you definitely want to use a call to action to call out other people that have been there before or that can relate, or people that are currently struggling with what you were struggling with. Okay, and then day 7 is you're going to do a post about like one of your offers or a lead magnet or a community. And right now, you still have your other 2 or 3 pieces of content going on that day, in addition to these very specific types of content that are happening. Okay. So you don't just do like this one post and that's it. No, you do this one post in conjunction with 2 or 3 other posts, and it gets you on shadow ban. It works every single time. And if you don't have a shadow ban issue, but you have an issue with just like customers and clients or getting followers and views in general, that will get you your followers and views. Okay. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to do my best to come back on this evening. Like I said, I don't know. It depends on how this appointment goes, if I'm coming back on or not tonight. I'm going to just keep it a buck with y'all. But if you enjoyed this, then please make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. So that way, and turn on your notifications. So whenever I do live streams, you can catch it. Also, if this content helped you, if it makes sense to you, if some questions were answered for you, and you like that you got like a technical plan or tactical steps, you should consider joining my Monetization Nation. It is on sale right now for the next 2 or 3 days for only $97 instead of $297 a month. It is a community made specifically for small business owners, content creators, and entrepreneurs, and anybody that's aspiring to be in that category of people. And literally, we have all kinds of resources, modules, marketing plans, setup guides. We also have live trainings a couple times a month to teach you guys how to edit content. We have posting cycles in there. We also have insight sessions so you can ask questions about your products and services and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I hate to dash. Normally I would not leave so abruptly, but I got to go. Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. And I hope to see